All right. I think I need to tell you this right now. I think there is a problem with the platform because personally I can't have access to any content. I mean, I can log in, but I can't see neither your classes, neither the materials. So this time, I think I won't be able to do the screen sharing.
Sí, teacher, ni entrar, me salía como que había un problema o algo así.
It appears as if there was kind of a problem or something like that.
Yo sí puedo entrar, Cucu.
I mean, you can log in, like it appears everything like inicio, mis clases, but then when you, for example, you want to log into your library, to your materials, it doesn't let you in.
Maestra, a mí no me deja ni entrar.
Probably there is a problem with the platform. I need to tell teacher Alfredo to check it out.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, that was Emilio, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so
No, teacher, it was Robert.
it was who?
Royers.
Okay, so basically we started doing this one and then this one, however, nevertheless. Okay, so now we are going to be working on the language book. I'm going to put it on the group chat for you to see the book and the page. It's page 40. Okay, basically what we are going to be doing today is part of practicing the language structure and everything, because then we have, it's mostly like to put everything into practice. It's not something as if there was like content or anything like that. It's mostly to put everything into, to practice language mostly. And something else is that Miss Fanny asked me to remind you that you need to know that tomorrow there is no class. I think that you all know. But if you didn't, okay, you already know. Tomorrow there is no class. And what else?
Mañana no hay clase, mañana no hay.
And something else, your ADAs for, I think it was ADA number 3 about the timeline, those have already been graded. Of course, you cannot see them right now because the platform isn't working very well. But once it is working, you can check it out. I only need to check the forum, that's it. That's the only thing I need to check. If you have a problem with I think it was with ADA number 3, let me tell you this. Guys, ADA number 3 basically was doing a timeline, but I think okay, fine. I think I need to be very, very, very specific with you, like to put every single thing that related to the instructions, not to be as subjective as possible. I need to be very, very clear. So the next time, I think I'm going to be putting everything like by step, because some of you did something different than what I was expecting for you to do. Even if I told you here in class that it was like what you were going to do, you did something different. But of course, as I told you, it was because maybe you were following the instructions that were in the platform. The thing is that in there, it said that you needed to make a timeline, okay, like how Mexico has been changing, but I think in the instructions, like written, I forgot to write that it was Mexico, but in the aspect of a place specifically, for example, how nature has been changing, not about the history of Mexico and how it has been evolving, because we don't even see history in here. And I think from Mexico, neither. So some of you did, I mean, as I told you, some of you did the timeline based on Mexico's history. Okay, fine. And you put like how much it has changed due to the human impact, but in that aspect you did not include like deforestation and all of those aspects that we were seeing, but you included, I think it was the presidents and all of the political aspects involved. So okay, those were the mistakes. So if you have like not the entire grade, if you don't have the entire grade, maybe it was because the ARA wasn't, I think, with like titled with ADA, K, then your name, then your middle name. Remember that is a requirement. Or also some of you didn't even write the paragraph that I asked you to write about which one it was, about what authorities have been doing in order to improve, like, well, to be more eco-friendly, and also less points for those who couldn't, who maybe it was 1 out of 2. Some of you put the images and the years and how it has been changing. Okay, fine. But you forgot to write information. And there were others that put the whole information in the timeline, but you didn't include the pictures. And that was a requirement as well, both things. And I checked in the platform if, for example, if it was my mistake not to tell you that you needed to include both things, but I put it in instructions that you needed to include the information and also the pictures. So in that aspect, I can help you. But if you did about Mexico's history and everything, okay, fine. I'm going to take it. All right, as I told you, we are going to be working on page 40 in the language book. This is an exercise related to gap filling in a text, and it's a text about the ambiguity of populism. And I would like to hear Enrique Palma. Can you help me reading? But just reading, try not to read the answers, just reading, even with the blank spaces.
Sorry, what page?
Is 40.
Language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ambiguity of populism. It is no surprise that populism gained numerous in Latin American countries throughout the last 2 decades. Such rise of followers is in part because populism initially aimed at helping out the most. In the beginning, populist leaders in Latin America represented this group includes all those of poverty and those discriminated because of their ethnicity, although some populists care for the poor and try to increase equality. Some others adopted views that put citizens' rights in significant danger. Such populist leaders took efforts to keep control over every situation that could put them at risk. One of the to avoid losing power was the constant speech of hate against the elite. Other prohibitions include the criminalization of protest and media control. In short, the actions of Latin American populists are as are their contributions to modern democracy.
Okay, thank you very much. So then we have in number 1, it says numerous, but it says that it has gained numerous what? supporters, pillars, minors, or elites? In number 1.
Minors.
Are you sure? Anyone?
A. Supporters.
Okay, thank you very much. Supporters. Supporters, that's number 1. Then we have number 2 that it says populism initially aimed at helping out the most what? How is a different word?
Disadvantage.
Okay, perfect, guys. Then we have number 3. America, in Latin America, represented the what?
Voiceless.
Voiceless.
Okay, the voiceless. Okay, perfect. Then we have number 4. This group includes all those in what? Of poverty.
Circumstances.
Right, circumstances, that's letter D. Then we have number 5 that it says some others adopted views that put citizens' rights in significant danger.
Revolutionary.
Are you sure?
No. Like
Anarchic.
rebellious.
What is a different word for being a rebel?
Rebellious.
Rebellious.
Not
Radical.
radical.
Okay.
Yeah, radical. Oh, well, and Roberto had already answered that. I hadn't seen it. Okay, radical. Then it says in number 6, every situation that could put their what at risk.
Authority.
Authority. Okay, their authority. One of the space to avoid losing power.
One of the measures.
Measures.
Okay, the measures. And then in number 8, we have Latin America are their contributions to modern democracy. The actions. How actions can be considered.
Questionable.
Okay, questionable. Okay, then we have exercise number 2, which it says read the sentences below and then complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first one. You must use between 2 and 5 words, including the word given. Do not change the word given. Okay, I'm not so sure if you have done this with teacher Elsie before or if she has already told you this information about this type of exercises. But these type of exercises are similar to those that that come in the Cambridge examination, which some of you are going to. Well, if you, of course, are still at school, like you don't go to somewhere else, you are going to take the exam. And these sentence examples are. Oh my God, these example sentences are similar to the ones that appear in a Cambridge exam. And I think it mostly appears in the FCE and in the PETS, if I am not wrong. But in the FCE is something for sure that you're going to see this type of exercises, that you need to change the first sentence, but of course you need to make it to have the similar meaning. You cannot change the meaning, and you can neither change the word given that is in bold. All right, so then we have in here, how many are there? There are only 3. Okay, there is number 1. Latin America could warn Europe about the dangers of populists turning into authoritarian leaders. All right, and Anna, can you help me doing that one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Maybe, I'm not quite sure, but it could be like the examples of Latin American populism could have saved them from the rise of authoritarianism.
Okay, okay, could have saved them, but it says 2 and 5 were could. Okay, it says could have saved
Could have saved them
from.
from.
Okay, okay, this is one. But like specifically, in order for to us to refer to them, better say Europe. Saved Europe. Save
Saved
Europe
from.
from. We can say saved, or we can also say prevented. Prevent, sorry. Prevent. I'm going to write the answer in here, in the group chat. Okay, there it is. There we have number 2. Camila, can you help me in that one? Scholars think that populism has increased in several parts of the world. How would you change it? How would you rewrite that sentence using the word it?
Can you repeat the sentence, please?
Yep, I'm going. Scholars think that populism has increased in several parts of the world.
Which is the word I have to use?
It, as in the clown.
Wait, let me go look for my book because I lost it yesterday. So I haven't found it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let her do number 3. Max, can you help me with that one, with number 2? Okay, okay.
Teacher, is scholars think it?
Well, in this case, scholars is being, how can I say this? Is being replaced by the, well, it needs to be replaced by the pronoun it, scholars, in this case.
Yeah.
And another clue that I can give you is that you need to use the passive voice in the present simple. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, Gustavo, you have already given the answer. Is that one for number 2? There it is. It is thought that populism has increased in several parts of the world. Okay. And then, who from here? Wait. Then I have, Sofia Ocampo. Wait. Sofia Ocampo, are you there? Yes, I have already seen your face. Sophie, can you help me with this one, with number 3? I'm going to say it for you. Politicians can promote significant changes, but empowered citizenship is necessary too. You need to use the word as.
I don't know.
You know. Is empowered citizenship is what? Remember that you can use some words even from the previous, from the main sentence.
What the?
As necessary as.
Okay, as necessary. That number 3 is as necessary.
Oh, sorry.
And you need to, there is one word missing in there. How do you say, like, for example, when you're writing a letter and you want it to be directed to someone else?
To.
It's an F, but I will, well, not that one. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Yes, it's 2, but it's not that one. Is
it as important too?
the answer is as necessary, but there is something else.
As necessary as?
Oh,
Okay, but in Spanish we will say para.
To.
Okay,
For.
Rodrigo. Okay, Rodrigo. As necessary for. Poor Rodrigo, I think it's been a lot of time he's been giving the answers like over and over, and it's like four. All right. Okay. Then we are moving on to, wait, okay. Okay, just to finish this thing, we are moving on to page 42. I think we're only going to be doing the first part, that is the first 3 paragraphs, and the other 3 will be for home. So we can check, but all right. Gustavo, can you help me reading those first 3 paragraphs on page 42, please, where it says neither the cause nor the solution?
Okay. Either is for good or evil. Populism is more often than not used to manipulate masses to spread hate against a specific group of people.
plataformas fallando.
Continue.
Okay. The same speech of hate and exclusion is present in politics around the world. Whether hate targets refugees, a social class, or politician, it is always present and used to convince masses that a particular group is a threat to society. Populism keeps on dividing society into 2 main groups, the good and the bad. From a populist perspective, these groups are homogeneous. That is to say, all populists are their followers are right, and others, such as the elite or foreigners, are wrong. However, there is no such thing as homogeneous group. Not even families are homogeneous. Diversity is what we all have in common.
Okay, thank you very much. So diversity is what we all have in common. Okay, so on the next page, you have 6 different questions. So the first one that is referred to this, well, to this first part, it says, what is the writer's purpose in the first paragraph? To explain why populists are not a homogeneous group. Letter B, to introduce the fact that certain groups are a threat to society. Letter C, to describe how hate has influenced populist speech. Or letter D, to point out that populism misuses speech to divide society. Which one do you think it is, that one? What is the purpose of the first paragraph?
D.
Letter?
D.
Are you sure?
No. I'm just guessing. Like I give up with life.
I give up language. Okay. Anna, what do you do when you are starting something, let's say a text? What is the main purpose of, let's say, of the first part of a text? To what?
Introduce.
All right. So in this case is to introduce the fact that certain groups are a threat to society. That is letter B. Okay. Oh my God. Wait. Number 1 is letter B. There you are. Okay. So then we have number 2. What does the writer suggest about social groups? This one, it was the last part of what Gustavo just read.
D.
It is what I think Farfan mentioned it, and also Roberto.
They are diverse.
Yes,
Like
number 2 is they are diverse. Okay, they are diverse. And then what else? Okay, and then we have the last part. What can you infer about hate in the first paragraph? For example, what does hate can do? For example, what do you think hate can do when you are trying to, let's say, when you are angry with someone, when you are, I don't know, really, really angry, and then someone comes and tries to do what with you? For example, to do something, I don't know, bad for like to go against this person or for this group.
I punched them.
Okay, like a punishment, okay, but
No, I punched them.
okay, you punch them, okay. But let's say that the other person comes, and you're really angry. And what is like the effect that of the words from the other person, like when they say you should do this, you should punch them, you should do this, like you should take revenge, and because of your hate, what are the purpose of the words? What is those
You mean
words?
you actually do them, or you change your perspective about something?
Okay, you change your perspective, and also you let those words from these other people or this other group to influence you. At some point when you are really angry with someone or with a situation or even with politics, it happens that if you are angry with the government and because the government is doing something bad, let's say, and then someone else comes and starts telling you, or maybe even in the media, that they start bombing with different news, and those things influence in your opinions, those things influence in your actions, as you are mentioning, Anna. So number 3 in this case is like related not just to the text but also in real life. So number 3 is that
B.
hate can persuade crowds in this case. All right, guys, now I'm going to take a break, and also you, please, like take a 30-minute break, and then we are going to come back with the knowledge section. And remember that you need to finish this part for language. Finish the last part of the reading. That is, there are only 3 paragraphs, and then do the other 3 questions, and that will be for Wednesday. Okay, I will.
¿Cuál página, teacher?
42 and 43.
So we have to upload them?
No, you don't need to upload them. You just need to do them, read them, and answer the 3 questions. And then on Wednesday, that's how we are going to start the class, checking the answers.
Okay.
Okay, see you in 30 minutes, guys.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
See you.
See you.